Towards the end of the Clone Wars, Sidious put his master plan into action, where he initiated Order 66 and almost wiped out the entirety of the Jedi Order in one fell swoop. Following this, he ended the Clone Wars by having the Separatist Council executed on Mustafar by his new apprentice. But what if things went differently? What if, feeling exposed, the Separatists saw an opportunity to better their bargaining position for their upcoming deal, and they launched a counter-offensive in this pinnacle moment in Sidious's plan? Now, for this theory, we're going to be saying Order 66 does not quite go as smoothly as it did in our own timeline. It is still successful, but the Jedi put up more of a fight. This causes absolute chaos on Republic front lines, as the clones are averted trying to hunt down the Jedi. Now, at this point, the Separatist Council is on Mustafar, and it sees an opportunity. At this moment in time, they're very weak, and with both Dooku and Grievous dead, they somewhat begin to question Sidious's intentions, and as all good businessmen know, it is better to negotiate from a position of strength. For this reason, they decide to make a last-bit attempt to better their position, launching a huge counter-offensive on numerous battlefields. Now, their capability to do this at this stage in the war is questionable, however, for the fun of the theory, let's say they manage it. They're going to gain back a large amount of ground on battlefields such as Kashyyyk, Felucia and Magneto, undoing a lot of the Republic's war effort. And by the time the clones have reorganized themselves and executed the Jedi, their front lines have crumbled, and on numerous worlds, months worth of advancement are lost in hours. Now, this is very bad for Sidious, who needs to end this war quickly. The Separatist Council are going to decide they no longer trust Sidious enough to rely on his protection, and they leave Mustafar before Anakin arrives. Aside from this, everything stays the same as it does regarding the timeline, but the Council lives and the Clone Wars continues. Now, Sidious is going to struggle to grab power as effectively as he did in our own timeline, because winning the war was an essential part of his goals. Now, he can blame this on the Jedi, however, people are still going to question how well he dealt with the situation. And he has two choices in my eyes of how to proceed. One, he becomes Emperor and he can make peace with the CIS. Now, this isn't actually peace with the Confederacy, it would more just be like a back alley deal with the Council. As Emperor, he would give them huge amounts of power to carry out their business dealings, and basically give them a monopoly in exchange for their patronage, and them ceasing support for the Separatist worlds in the Clone Wars, essentially taking away their army. Now, he may also need a few fall guys from these big companies and council groups, who can basically take the blame to make Palpatine look strong. But this does allow him to move on, reuniting the galaxy under the Imperial banner. In my opinion, this would be quite effective, however it does involve Sidious diminishing his own power and giving it to Separatist Council members. But I think we all know that it's pretty likely he would begin knocking them off over time, using assassinations and the ISB, where he would then come in, take over their power bases, and expand his own. The second option is that Sidious continues the war, and this is not going to be popular. At the end of the day, Palpatine was a wartime chancellor, and even though he put down the supposed coup by the Jedi, he would still be under great scrutiny for not ending the war. At this point, the Republic wanted the war finished ASAP. As well as this, it's likely the Separatists would betray the Sith Lord Sidious, which would lead to even more discredit, as people would slowly begin to put together the situation. Ultimately, this would likely lead to rebellion on a decent amount of now Imperial worlds, as the war slowly comes to an end, and it could spell a potential civil war to happen very early on following Palpatine's rise to power. But what do you guys think would happen? Could the Separatists launch counter-offensive, and how would this scenario play out? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, I really do hope that you enjoy this video. If so, please remember to like, share and sub, as it's really appreciated and it helps the channel grow. I do want to say thank you for bearing with me over the last few days. I've been doing uni deadlines, but I have got my final one handed in today, so I can assure you there's going to be a lot more videos coming out over the next few days, including the next 40k lore video, which should be coming out the day after this video. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to follow me on Twitter at @TheLoreGuy and tick the bell for regular updates. And once again, thank you for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.